Well, it would be an honour for me to give you each your first Christmas cards of the year. Here we go. Mary, this is don't judge the art. It's beautiful. I did it myself.
I hope you Christmas is as beautiful as your ass.
I think it's your Christmas.
I hope you Christmas.
I hope your Christmas.
I hope you Christmas.
Where's my pen?
I hope I Christmas as well.
Welcome to the Toni and Ryan podcast. My name is Ryan. This is Dr. Author, best-selling Dr. Author Toni Lodge.
G'day.
Okay.
G'day.
Is that a thing that you say?
I say g'day.
It's an extra Australian gusto this morning.
Yeah, but I'm just feeling Aussie. Oi, oi, oi.
Let's call Josh.
JB.
Let's go JB in Sydney.
Yeah, g'day, JB. That's what I'll say.
All right, ask him what he does for a crust. You'll love it. Joshy!
Oh, g'day, JB. How you doing, mate?
How are you guys?
Oh, mate, I'm bloody 10-4, mate. Bloody good. What do you do for a crust, JB?
Copy, Robert Ducky.
Yeah, nice.
I have a skip business.
Huge news. Huge news.
Oh, you're in Sydney. We can't see your bins.
I know. I would have done any renos you guys would have needed.
Oh.
Can I just say, you know that old saying, a friend with weed is a friend indeed?
But no, that's not.
Yeah.
No, that's a friend in need's a friend indeed. A friend with weed is better.
I guess what I'm getting at is that having a friend with a skip bin is the best friend you can have.
Yeah, or a lawyer.
What did you? What are any other side
Sometimes
hobbies?
they both need each other.
Josh, will you approve today's podcast?
Sure will.
Legend.
Hey, it's Josh from Sydney, and I approve this podcast.
Today is an incredible day for me. I'm in such a good mood because I'm wearing my Suzuki Jimny t-shirt that I got given by my best friend Toni Lodge last year. I went to a cafe down the road this morning. This is like the best coffee I've had in ages. You know, sometimes that just hits right. I don't know if it's fresh beans or just fucking, oh, great. I went for a swim this morning. I'm feeling fantastic.
Amazing.
And then I said, to be fair, somewhat aggressively, it would be a shame for anyone to ruin that. And then just before we hit start, Toni told me that STDs are rife in retirement homes because old people are just fucking all the time.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't think that should bring you down. It should give you hope for the future. I don't think.
Actually, I was like, oh, maybe, yeah.
And also, like, I mean, you got nothing else on. Not going to work anymore. What, you got bingo at 9, fuck Eunice at 10, and then fuck, like, Genevieve at 3.
Apparently the STDs are wild, and to paraphrase Toni, because you can't get pregnant anymore if you don't need protection.
Well, that's probably the mentality. Because they're like, oh, yeah, well, none of us can have kids anymore.
So let's fucking get it.
Well, but what else are you doing?
Well, besides
they go
bingo
through
and Eunice.
like a lot of lube, don't you think?
Okay.
Because that's the thing about like,
yeah,
they would have lube there for medical reasons. And do you reckon,
just like in the center.
Yeah, and so do you reckon they're like, fuck, we're going through that quickly, eh?
Well, you know how at a prison it's sort of like you give them $20 and they'll get you some cigarettes. You know, it's a bit of.
Oh yeah.
So do you reckon at the old people's home there's a bit of like, oh, if you get me a bit of extra lube, I'll fucking put you in my super.
Yeah. Oh, that's
put
good.
you in my wheel.
I'll make you a what is it called? A beneficiary in my in my superannuation.
Just get me a bottle of that blue stuff each week.
That blue stuff.
Then they
Someone's
usually
got a
work.
brand they like.
We've got to get our favourites. Don't pretend like you don't.
I don't like lube. I think it's absolutely disgusting. I can't do it. The feeling of it is absolutely foul.
What about when you get a massage and they use oil?
That's not lube.
But it's the same concept.
No, it's not.
Is it?
No, well, because oil is like thin, but oil, because it's like thick. I just can't. The feeling of it is absolutely foul.
In the Toni and Ryan Facebook group, we did a post called "What Has Gradually Disappeared Over the Last 20 Years Without You Really Noticing." Mm-hmm. And when we read through the answers, it's like a beautiful trip down memory lane, and it's also kind of sad that some of these things don't exist anymore. And I think because whilst you are a modern lady, there are a few old school things that you really appreciate, and I think they're on this list. Heather,
Hi, Heather.
people just dropping in for a visit.
I am really sad that that's not a thing. Do you think that that's like that community thing? Like people don't really have their like village the same way that back in the day you did?
I grew up in a home where people just stop by for coffee or to play cards all the time. Now having to plan for weeks in advance and then people flake, it's killing my spirit. I wish people would just drop by.
I do. I really like that.
Yeah.
I think also that's probably why our mums always made us like clean our room and stuff because people actually did just drop by.
Yeah, that's a great point because why would I even bother cleaning now? Because
no one's ever just going to like swing past or even if you said to someone like, oh, I'll be in your hood later today, like I'll swing by, like people would be like, well, no.
Yeah.
Like you just would panic the second that someone did that.
You were at my house yesterday.
Yes.
Sophie, you were at my house yesterday.
Yes.
Should I have cleaned up beforehand?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Is that a sign of friendship?
But the house also was like not.
Yeah, it's fine.
Not clean. Like,
yeah.
I don't think that.
It's because we've got a junk room.
Yeah, right.
You just fucking put it in the junk room. That sounds like next year's problem.
Yeah, or if there's a bunch of stuff on the table, you go, yeah, just pop that in there. I'll grab it later.
Yeah.
But then you go through it later and you go, oh my God, I didn't pay that bill that was in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually, shout out to the people at Yarra Valley Water that have passed my account over to the, you know, when they like give it to the people.
The debt collectors.
Yeah. It was in the spare room. It was in that room.
Oh, well, I actually just did the same thing, but with our rates. Yeah.
Who are you with? Let's compare debt collectors.
I put the thing away and then I just forgot about it. And then the other day I saw it and I was like, that's overdue. And I was like, what are they going to do? Like,
what are they going to do?
Like push the house over? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, they send a couple of heavies to like rip down that gate.
They take one brick a day or something. Like that's the threat. Like, I don't know. And then I was like, oh yeah, okay. That's a good point. I just paid it.
No, I think this is what you should say to the good people at what council are you?
I don't know.
Yeah, you definitely haven't paid that bill.
What's this one?
Darabin?
Banyul.
Banyul. That's
Are you
me,
Banyul?
I think so.
Nah.
Or is this is Banyul?
Yeah.
Okay, so I only know 3 councils and it's Nillumbik, Banyul and Darabin. And that's
You must
because
be
it's
Darabin.
yours, this one,
yeah.
and
Yep. And what other are there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yarra?
No. Yep. Oh.
I used to live in the Yarra. Not in the Yarra.
Here's what I'd
City
be
of
saying
Yarra.
to the city of Darabin.
Yep.
If you want me to pay rates, you got to clean up the witches on my street.
Oh, yeah. People have to stop putting curses on me.
If I'm getting cursed, I'm not paying.
That's
because what
actually-
am I actually paying for if I can't walk the streets of your city without being cursed by a witch?
That is really such a good point and really supportive. I
Thank
appreciate
you. I'm here
that.
to support you. Jennifer says, I miss junk mail. And I actually already know Tony's stance on this.
I love junk mail.
I miss getting it every week. It's like window shopping, but I can do it from home.
Yeah, I love it. And the thing about living in an apartment, I never got any junk mail. Now I do. And I absolutely love it. And the other day I got a Spotlight catalogue. So already a winner from me.
Yeah.
And on the front, it was like, tear this off for 40% off.
And did it tear?
Yeah, it teared. It certainly did.
Or did you cut it with scissors?
It's Christmas time. Of course, voucher for
Spotlight.
fucking went pretty far.
A big crafting summer coming up.
Yeah.
That's actually huge from you. Would you prefer to sit down with a magazine that you paid for or sit down with a Spotlight catalogue?
Oh, a catalogue I just think is...
It's huge.
I think I like it because there's like mystery involved. I haven't asked for it. I don't know what's in it.
It's just appeared.
It's just come to me.
Yeah.
And what a beautiful
moment.
thing.
Caitlin Coast says, first of all, clearly a fake name.
I like it. That sounds like a fancy singer.
Caitlin Coast. I miss receiving Christmas cards.
Oh,
I used to love getting Christmas cards at work or in the mail, but you just don't get that anymore.
my mum used to have like a part of her Christmas decoration she'd put up was big
The string?
the string.
Oh, like a string, and then you put the Christmas cards.
Oh, similar. Yeah,
Yeah.
she had like these things that hung up and you like placed them into the little like
Yeah.
it would have like slots for it or whatever.
Yeah.
And that would fill up. Like she'd get 40 or 50 Christmas cards and she would start at the beginning of November and she would handwrite all of her Christmas cards with calligraphy pens.
That's
She had
beautiful.
calligraphy pens and like pots of ink and she would handwrite all of the cards, hand address all of the envelopes so people would see it and be like, oh, that's one of Liz's.
That's
like it
pretty
was
special.
like a thing.
That's pretty special. I'm pretty sure my grandma, if you opened it up, on one side it was like the handwritten personalized.
Yeah.
And on the other side it was like printed out, and it was sort of like, this is what the grandkids are up to, and here was our year, and me and
That
Eric, we
is
went
so
to the,
cute.
we went for that trip during the year, and it was sort of like, here's where we're up to, all the best to your family. And
That's really beautiful.
have you received a Christmas card this year?
No.
Oh, Sophie?
No. You know who sends them? Like your real estate.
Oh,
Or your
that's
dentist.
marketing. Dentists can fuck right. Well, it would be an honor for me to give you each your first Christmas cards of the year. Here we go. Mary, this is, don't judge the art. It's beautiful. I did it myself.
Why is
Toni?
there a sun on the top?
So I did yours first, and then when I did Sophie's, I realized that it's actually supposed to be a star.
Yeah.
So it's not a sun, it's just like glowing light.
Okay.
It's just glowing.
Beautiful. Thank
Also,
you.
I wrote this last night, so I can't remember what I put in it.
Me ride Christmas.
I couldn't fit them all on the same thing.
I hope you Christmas is as beautiful as your ass.
I think it's your Christmas.
I hope you Christmas.
I hope your Christmas.
I hope you Christmas.
Where's my pen?
I hope I Christmas as well.
I hope you do.
From Ryan from work. Thank you. That's beautiful.
welcome.
I'm sorry that I don't have one to return. Like I can't exchange a card
Hey,
with you.
the gift is for the giver.
That's
Isn't
not
that your
how
saying?
that saying works.
Sophie has a Christmas card.
Mine actually says Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's not a competition, Sophie.
Sorry. It has a star on the top.
It's not a competition, but you've won, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Dear Sophie, redacted from Ryan from work. There is a PS.
Oh, yeah.
It's been so great having you on the team in 2024. We would be honored to have you in 2025 if you and your redacted would join us. Wow, that is so sweet. Thank
Christmas
you.
cards are great.
Thank you so much.
What's yours saying?
I was just looking for a PS.
You get a full thing.
Yeah, mine just said redacted from Ryan from work.
You'll get a PS later. Penis, small. From me.
Obviously.
When her partner does it, it's the PL. Amber,
Hi, Amber.
I feel like you don't see outie belly buttons anymore.
What a revelation. I think that I mean, I don't really look at anyone's belly button.
Both of my brothers have them, but no one born after the 2000s has them. Are they not in fashion anymore?
Well, what is an outie belly button? Is it when there's like because it's from the umbilical cord, right? Umbilical, whatever.
Yep.
So is it a problem with how maybe they've changed the way that they cut that and tie that off, and so it doesn't happen anymore? Because that's how you get an outie belly button, isn't it?
I just thought it was like just nature, like some are in, some are out. Some people left hand, some right. I didn't think there was any. But now that you've said that,
That's
even
right.
if it's not true, that makes sense in my brain. You know what I
I'll
mean?
take
Like,
it. I'll take it. That's my gift to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What a great Christmas. You got me this shirt last Christmas, and now you've got me that.
It's a throwback.
Yeah, that's better than a card, to be honest.
Not better than Sophie's card. That's okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I wonder if that's the thing. Science.
So also, I think when she says, "Are they not in fashion anymore?" I'm like, I don't know if Amber knows how they work either.
Well, you didn't a minute ago. In fairness to you
Oh
and
no,
to
I don't
Amber,
either. But I'm not the one bringing it up. But I don't think someone goes, "Oh, I just feel like an Audi today because
Yeah.
it's in fashion."
I wonder if someone could do that.
Yeah.
When I worked at Jason PJ, we had this girl on the show that had 2 belly buttons.
Who's that?
2 complete belly buttons. Like it was an arc that we did
Oh, where was the other one?
directly underneath it.
That wasn't the. Like, don't. Hey,
You've never seen one?
the thought of 2 belly buttons has thrown me. You know, the people that have.
So you know how I said 2 belly buttons,
Yeah.
not a belly button and a vagina?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that would be the difference. If anyone's wondering, have a belly button and a vagina. Yeah. All in the right places as far as I'm concerned.
In the right order. Finally, Haley says baby names Gary and Karen. Gradually phased out. I actually always wanted to have twin boys and call them Larry and Gary, the Bash Bros, but that got phased out. So sorry, Laz and Gaz. And Natalie.
Imbruglia.
Unfortunately, no. Natalie Markey. And not unfortunately, Natalie, thank you for messaging. Something that's been phased out over 20 years and we never noticed. Natalie said back in the day, the world had like 5 and 5 only supermodels and everyone knew who those 5 supermodels were and that was like it.
Oh.
Like there's models and stuff, but like there were the 5.
Yeah.
They're the supermodels.
Yeah.
And that's it. And everyone in the world at any given time, like, oh, well, they're the 5. And it's almost like one would drop out and a new one would come. But it was like they were the 5. And now there's like fucking
zillions.
Everyone's a model. And
I think that probably extends to literally just like celebrities.
yeah.
Like the only person you would ever stop and get a photo with would be Tom Hanks. Now people stop and get a photo with everybody.
That is true.
You know, like,
I love Tom Hanks.
But when you think about like a celebrity, you go, oh, a movie star or like a rock star maybe. You go, oh, Tom Hanks or Bono. If I see either of them, I hope I've got my disposable camera with me.
Yeah. I tell you who I'd love to get a photo with.
Who?
It's this like Kiwi guy that I think he won like the TikTok award recently. But it's like he's got 3 daughters and they're just savages.
Oh, I don't
and
think
they
I've
just
seen videos.
rinse him.
Oh.
Yeah. And then
And you want to get a photo with him?
he is so funny.
Oh, well, get your camera out.
Yeah. Well, is he here?
No. Sorry. But be prepared, you know.
Hey, it's Josh from Sydney, and you're listening to Toni and Ryan.
A massive shout out to a few of our champion tappers over at our Patreon. It's all layers of champion tappers. Nope, all tiers
Like
of
a trifle of tapas.
which is fitting for Christmas. Maybe
Is trifle that layered cake?
No. Yeah, I guess there is. It's like custard, then jelly, then cream, then is that?
Yep.
I've never had a trifle,
It sounds pretty intense.
but Torbs' mum makes trifle like she's like, I just leave out the shit layers. So she's like, oh, I don't really like the layers of cake. She's like, they just go soggy, so I leave those out. And it's just custard and cream.
A bowl of cream.
Yeah.
and it's like that big glass bowl.
Yeah, like the huge
some
bowl.
trifle.
Yeah, just having some trifle. And then so it's just custard and cream and she grates a flake on the top.
Oh,
Like
for a bit of texture.
because it's fancy. And then so Torbs told me
I'm
that
not just going to eat cream out of a bowl.
Yeah, Torbs like tells me that he like loves this is years and years ago when we
I
first
love
started going
trifle.
out.
Well,
He's like, yeah, I like truffle. Mum makes it at Christmas. I was like, oh yeah, I don't go to their house. I was like, I've never had it, but I don't think that's it. I love the effort.
Well, try is 3. Flake, cream, custard.
Do you reckon that's why it's dry?
And full, yes.
Yes, of cream.
So is it trifle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you actually so true. Every single tier of our Patreons are currently scrolling across the bottom of our
Is there a topic we should do on this podcast? And it's like, do you know someone who loves something, but that's not actually the thing that
Oh my God, no, because that'd all be about me.
I love this. Oh, that thing. Oh no, that's not it.
Yeah, or they go like, no, I'm allergic to blah because my mum told me I was allergic to Disneyland or fucking something like that. My mum just told me that so much stuff had mint in it, so I wouldn't eat it. So it feels like the same thing.
When Toni and I were first becoming friends, I was going to Toni's house and I was like, I'll get her some drinks as I come around to watch a movie. And because Toni doesn't like mint, in my head I was like, don't get mint, mint, got it. And then I got to the place and I was like, mint, please. And then just bought Toni a 4-pack of like sodas and mint. And
Ryan's like, I got like a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, oh, sick. And it's all these, like a box, like a mixed box of all this random stuff. And every single one of them had mint in it.
it wasn't a prank or being a dick. I just like,
Not in your mind, yeah. And
like,
Torbs
mint,
was like,
mint,
I
mint.
told you no mint. And you're like, all I heard was mint.
I heard mint. I remembered mint and I got there and I went, mint.
Yeah. And it was fine. I think I just had water. It was all good. No, it was a very sweet gesture. It was.
It wasn't sweet at all. It was minty.
Minty gesture.
It's like the opposite of mint.
A minty
You're like, a
gesture.
sweet would have been great.
Yeah, I feel like
Mintish.
it was around the time when like espresso martinis in a can got good.
Yeah.
And so I think that maybe we'd even discussed the notion of an espresso martini in a can. And then so that was obviously disappointing because I was like, oh my God, I thought I was
but I
getting
didn't get
this
that.
wrong.
But have a watermelon and mint fucking.
Which like people love that for them. Not going to yuck your yum, but you're an idiot. which is the definition of Yakuza. Yeah. Every tier of Patreon is currently scrolling across the bottom. If you want to check it out, all the links are in the show notes. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that. But a few of our champion tarpers. Libby, a big shout out to Libby.
Thanks, Libby.
Stacey Knight, good on you, Stace.
Thanks, Stacey.
Brittany Carrington.
Caro.
Trisha.
Shah. Tisha.
Chris Galea.
Galea.
And Courtney.
Do you reckon Chris Galea's, have we already made a joke about being a friend of Toni Galea from Spud Bin in Western Australia? Spud.
Do you mean Tony Gallardi from Spud Shed? Toni Galea from Spud Bin.
What was the actual thing?
Toni Gallardi from Spud Shed.
I loved Tony Galar from potatofarm.com.
Spud Bin.
He's my friend.
What's Spud Bin? That's fun. Spud Bin.
Yeah. Yep.
It's really visual. The term Spud Bin
Well,
is real. Like really.
What's it called?
Spud Shed.
At Spud Shed, there would be a huge bin full of potato. Like there literally would be a Spud bin.
And because
So forgive me.
the thing about Spud Shed is that it's like all the things that kind of fall off the back of a truck and they only sell it once. So they've got like Ben and Jerry's for $3, but they only have it one time, and then all the food's like about to go off.
Yeah. And it's
Like-
like, how do they do it so cheap? I'm like, don't ask questions.
And like, yeah, so all the food. So it's quite good because you get all the seconds and thirds that like the supermarkets throw away.
Yeah.
But
We do a
it's-
huge weekly shop at Spud Bin. Just go with the trolley this big and just fill it. That place ruled.
yeah, no, it's fucking unreal. Anyway, so we were just talking about things from the past.
Yep.
I'd like to talk to you about something from the future.
Oh.
And I think I want to introduce a concept that I don't think anybody's ever thought about before, but it's been playing on my mind recently. I would like to talk about the Feng Shui of parking. Because parking is something that we've talked about a lot.
We're very passionate about it.
Parking is something that would stop me from attending a number of events.
And will continue to do so.
I actually went out for dinner last night in Northcote and I drove and I parked and it was
What
fine.
the fuck?
I know.
How
it's
did you
really
do
brave.
that?
I am brave and grown up.
Did you look in advance where the parks might be?
No, just rocked up there, turned down a street and was like, yeah, sweet. It was a 2-hour spot. Think I was there for 3. Motherfucker.
Who is she?
I know.
What have you done with my best friend Toni Lodge?
I know. Crazy.
Who the fuck is
I
this?
don't know.
This is for the old me. No, but
This is
so I'm getting
I'm
better.
actually I'm not being a condescending asshole for once. But I am actually proud of you because that's a huge move.
I was like, I'm just gonna figure it out when I get there.
yeah. Where'd you go?
To Primo
Ooh.
in Northcote, just off like, do you know where that bike shop Fufanu is? That hell colourful shop?
Yeah.
Which I always drive past. I'm like, that brings me so much joy every time I
Yeah.
see it. It was just across from there on the high street.
Love it.
It was dope. The food was awesome.
Favorite
Anyway,
street in Melbourne.
High Street in
Yep.
Northcote. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, so that's kind of just a fun anecdote. It's not part of it. The Feng Shui of parking.
Oh,
And I feel like
sorry.
we all need to get into the vibe of Feng Shui. And I'm just actually going to very quickly, just for anybody that doesn't really know, Feng Shui is an ancient Chinese practice that involves arranging objects in a living space to create harmony with the natural world. So it's all about harnessing the right energy and creating a balance of kind of where things are and how they interact with your energy and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm kind of bastardizing that as a concept, but
Yeah.
I think it's the best way to kind of get across my point.
Yeah, well, sometimes when you go into a room and it's just like that's not where the couch would
Like,
be,
should
be
go?
and that kind of there's a
Yeah.
window, but and then someone would say, "Oh, the Feng Shui is a bit off."
Yes.
Is that?
Yes. And
Yeah.
there's actually this awesome guy on TikTok who, when people are making a TikTok, they go, oh, this is my room. How should it be laid out? And he creates little models and like turns it all around and says like, at the moment, your bed's here and it should be here. Or if you want your bed to stay there, you should get a huge headboard to like carry the bed on. But it doesn't take up as much. It's like fucking crazy. And there's also this
Can
real
we
sick
figure out
YouTuber.
that guy and put his
Yes, we'll put his
at in something?
information in. But there's a real sick YouTuber as well that does something similar. And he goes to other YouTubers' house and they make videos together. And he's like, oh, little things like the seam of a lampshade turn it so that you can't see the seam as soon as you walk in.
Yeah.
Things like all those things that don't really make a difference, but immediately
It does
you go,
though.
oh, that catches your eye.
I think the Turkish barber who bashes people
Yes.
is going to have to take a break from my algorithm this summer because I think this is my new energy.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Nice use of the term energy.
Oh, that what? Yes.
Beautiful. I think it's actually a very interesting concept, and like watching these videos, you go, I just would have never thought about that. Anyway, what I want to talk about is the feng shui of parking. So when you pull into a car park, say it's a big car park, and obviously if it's really busy and there's only one spot, you're obviously just going to like pull into one spot. But assuming there are spots to choose from in this car park, what are the aspects of a car park that you look for?
Okay. So first of all, there would be a general proximity into the area that we're headed.
Yep.
So if we're heading out that way, well, I'll park that side. Or often in a shopping centre, you're like, oh, there's the lift or there's the entrance.
Yep.
Sort of close to there.
Yep.
I will also consider not only the ease of getting in, but also like the ease of getting out.
Yes.
Because you know how sometimes at the end of the row, and you're like, but if I back out and then there's
Then there's going to be a weird dog leg.
and I
Love
go,
that.
yeah, no, that's not for me. And depending on what I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
I'll go in forwards if I know I'm going to be putting stuff in and out of the boot.
That's clever.
Because if you back it in,
especially like at Bunnings,
Yep.
where you've got a big bulky stuff.
yeah, or even like with Mabel and the pram, you go, oh, well, if I back in and then I'm trying to get the thing in the walls there.
That's a really good
So
point.
I think these are the parking fens fey that I am.
No, these are the aspects of the car park spot.
Okay.
So
Okay.
another couple that I love how much you've gotten on board with this. I really didn't know how
it's
this
important.
would go.
It's
But
important.
I wrote down another couple of other similar ones
Yep.
or another couple of
Please.
options. I always avoid a trolley bay.
I assumed that went without saying.
But like I think that these are like if that's the only spot available, I'll go.
You take it. But no, here's the thing though. You don't want to be next to the trolley bay, but if you're coming back with the trolley, you want to be close-ish.
Yes, but not right next
so
to
then
it.
you can put the trolley.
Yes.
Yeah.
And never
So I'd say
opposite.
2 away.
And
3
never
away.
opposite a trolley bay because that's how they
Rookie.
roll back
Rookie
into your
shit.
car.
Rookie
yeah.
shit, yep.
As close as possible to the door, which you kind of mentioned.
Yep.
And also sometimes if there's shaded and non-shaded, you kind of go, I'm going to be in the shops for a while. I think I'll try and find a shaded spot if I can.
I actually, yeah.
That's actually not high on my priority list.
Shade.
No, it's not.
It should be.
But I know that it is for a lot of people. Like my mum would always drive around trying to find like an undercover spot. That's not important to me because I think the other
Oh, but
things
even if
feel,
there's a tree nearby, it just feels like, it's a bit of shade.
Yeah, I get it, but it's not my
Okay,
highest
okay.
priority.
Yep.
So the thing about my partner Torbs is he always picks the wrong spot. The vibes are off.
Okay, now this seems trivial, but like that's a fucking pretty big ick, eh?
Yeah.
Like that's a thing that I'd see, like you'd pull in and you go, oh, really?
Is that the fucking spot you've picked, dude?
Yeah. That's
And-
actually like,
Like it's really
Yeah.
bothering me.
I'd be fine if someone had feral music taste and I had to put up with some shit music, but could park well.
It's not that he can't park
No,
well.
the choice.
is wrong.
Choice.
So, like, for
That's-
example, when we go for a swim in the morning,
Yeah.
the car park at the leisure centre is like mostly empty. Like
Yep.
there's a few, but most people are parking as close to the door as they can. That's fine.
Okay.
So it's quite packed over there. Then there's kind of like a few scatterings of parks, and then there's a whole empty row, but it's really close to the street. And I go, well, immediately that's off the table for me.
Yeah.
That's not what I would
That's chaos over there.
That's not what I would pick. That's where people are coming in and out.
Danger.
That's too much.
Yep.
Too much.
Danger.
Wayward youths walking past, not an option. So I would personally go
Hang on a second.
for a good vibed one in the smattering of empty ones.
Yeah.
It's also easier to park between two cars than it is to park like in an empty
Yeah.
area because you've got the guide
Yeah,
of them
reference
there.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he would just go for like the worst vibe car park option.
I'm really with you here on this,
Yeah.
but did you say a wayward youth walking down the street?
Wayward youth. I do know that would be confusing. But that's not what I said.
I'm back now because
Like,
that
well, why
really just
would
took me
youth-
out of it.
Yeah, no,
because
no.
I was picturing my dad's old ute, which we've discussed, that
What
had
we're talking about.
paint and shit everywhere. He
Yeah.
used this Falcon
No,
ute
no,
for
no,
years,
no.
and I imagined it walking.
No. I'm so sorry. The visuals are all off now.
Wayward youth.
Yep.
Walk. Yeah, nah. Okay,
You know,
I'm back. I'm back.
and so I kind of am just like, as if when you're driving in, you survey the area, and a kind of part of the thing gives you a good vibe.
Are you glad that you're not married because you don't have to get divorced now?
Well, I'm not really sure what to do.
Yeah.
And I said to him the other day, I was like, you always pick the worst spots. And I was like, I'd love to know the mentality.
through it,
like,
yeah.
run me through your vision. And he didn't know, and he hasn't been driving long.
Maybe it's he's new to the game.
And this is where I was
Yeah,
like, you know
experience.
what? I'll come at you with a little bit of like kindness and be like, I would love to understand
Talk me through your thinking.
your thinking.
All right,
Absolutely.
what's he had to say for himself?
He didn't have any.
Yeah, and clearly.
So I'm now going to go back to him with a few of the points that we've come up
Yep.
with, like whether you're back in or front
Yep.
way in. But I also would like to raise the question about the feng shui of our parking at the office. Because I think that maybe there's a bit of room for improvement. No, not with the way people are parking. Because we all have like the spots we automatically go
Do
into.
we need to take the video show downstairs?
No,
we
we're not
really-
taking it down there. There's so much rubbish.
Oh, someone's broken in, put all these McDonald's
Yeah.
fucking
Oh
bags
my
everywhere.
God.
What's going on there?
Someone broke in and put them there.
What's happened in this car
Someone's
park?
broken in and made my car really dirty.
Oh, where are we at
What?
with the bin? Has that been brought back
I
in?
think it's been out for 3 weeks.
Nah, so did you?
Yeah, I did bring it back in.
Well, it's got to put it back out today. So, okay. So let's not go downstairs.
Look,
Okay.
we won't go downstairs.
Do you need something to draw on?
Well, I just thought I'd vibe it out with the team of how we feel about the parking feng shui for our work.
Have you got a diagram?
I don't have a diagram, but I just thought maybe I would open up the conversation and see
We'll
how
open it
you
up
guys
then.
feel. Well, I think no, this isn't. It's not about how people are parking. It's just the order.
Okay.
It's like it's absolute. No, it's not like people are parking on the piss because no, it's not that at all. It's literally just like the order where we park.
Okay. What are you suggesting?
I think that I would like to swap spots with Sophie. Is that what? I think I like the feng shui of that better.
Why? Because it's easy for you to get out.
Yeah. That was one of your priorities, was
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about how you get in and how you go out.
I thought you were going to say I should swap with Sophie, and I'd be like, "Fuck yeah," because that's really easy to get out of.
Yeah, no. I
Now,
think that I should swap with Sophie.
I'm not adding anyone with this next comment.
Yeah.
and the context feels a bit addy.
No, it's not.
But
I don't mean to add
no,
at all.
But when you hear what I'm about to say, you
Oh,
might.
no.
Some might take it the wrong way, and I can't be clearer that that's not what I'm saying.
Okay,
Who usually leaves earliest?
me.
So maybe it does make sense that if you're leaving earliest, you've got the clear path out, because then it opens up for Sophie and I to get out.
Yeah. And I leave the earliest because I'm the most distracting.
We've had conversations.
Right.
I was like, Ryan's got some work to do, and Tony goes, "Can I do anything?" I go, "Yeah, fuck
Fucking
off."
leave. I just love to chat. And so if I'm working at home by myself, I can't bother anyone.
We can, but it's not my problem. That sounds mean. It's Pippa's problem.
Lucky Pippa.
To be fair, I didn't
Maybe I
suggest
just
this.
won't come in at all.
No, to be fair, I didn't suggest this. Tony, like you were like, I'm in a distracting mood. I'm going to take
Yeah,
off.
no, and I'm
Yeah.
good at knowing that
Yeah,
because I'm
yeah.
like, you know what, we all have and because also if I start chatting, because we
get on a roll. We get on a
like
roll.
each
Yeah,
other,
we get on a roll.
We just get fucking going and then we both go, fuck, I got to keep working
Yeah.
tonight. I've got to go home, have dinner with my family and then keep working.
Yeah, I go, Bridge, I got to work after dinner tonight. She goes, "Did you get much done during the day?" And I go,
And we always get other good things. It's like good conversation,
chat.
but it's like
You were
then we
good-
go, oh, but I've still got things that I had to do.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I got nothing done.
"No, it was a great day at my house and good times had by all."
Great
So,
day. But anyway, so that was my offer into the
do
conversation.
you want to say anything or any apologies about being at my house yesterday to my daughter Mabel?
I'm sorry that I didn't get to see my sweet little angel.
Not that.
What?
Mabel came home and wanted to have a snack.
Oh, fuck off.
And it's an apology on behalf of both of us.
No apology required.
Mabel, I would like to apologize on behalf of your dad and your godmother, Toni,
No.
that some of
Who?
your godmother, Toni.
No. Godmother Aunt Toddy.
Aunt Toddy.
She doesn't know who Toni is. You're going to scar her for life.
All I'll say is that your mum made you a bunch of pikelets, and by the time you got home, there was less pikelets that were made.
I ate 2.
And I had 3.
I think you need to get over it. Bridget also said, please eat them.
Are they pikelets? What are they called?
I don't know. Oh, like a fritter.
A fritter.
I think like a
fritter.
zucchini fritter thing. Anyway.
So you would like to swap spots with Sophie?
Well, I think that it would just maybe the Feng Shui would be better because of the reasons that we're all talking about.
Okay, but if Sophie...
I can actually get out easily because I reverse in. It's not hard for me to get past Sophie's car.
It's just a Feng Shui thing.
It's more that I was like, does that make more sense? Because I can get out very easily.
Okay.
Like, it's not that anything to do with how you've parked.
It's just the Feng Shui.
It's the Feng Shui.
Sophie?
I don't reverse in. That's my only concern. Is like, because I come in often after you in the morning.
Yeah.
If I'm reversing into that little, or even driving into that spot.
That is true.
I'm petrified of.
Come in on time.
I was here at 8:59 a.m. this morning. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Someone had an eye on the clock. Okay. I think we'll consider it.
My God.
I'll swap with you.
I'll think about it. Could we get those ones where you like it lifts up?
Oh, no. Fuck no. I know you had that and you said it's not as bad as you think.
It's
but
not that bad.
That's
They're
terrifying.
scary.
My
No.
Jimny couldn't handle it.
You actually have to have a certain size of car. Like, so a Jimny actually would probably be too tall.
Yeah, it's too big and tough.
But, like, it probably actually would be because
They're actually not that big.
they're tall, though. They're like a
I don't know if they are.
Boston
I think they just,
Terrier.
like, look
small,
tall.
but high off the
But
ground.
I think they just look tall.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a Mini Cooper pretending that it's big.
on high tires or wheels
No,
or
I
something?
think it's the shape of it makes you think it's big. And then you stand next to one and you go, oh.
I've never been in one or
And I would love, one day
seen
I would
one.
love to come around in my Jimny that
Yeah.
I would own
Yeah.
in the future. And I'll take you for a drive and we'll go through the Macca's drive-through.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, like we're teens that we've just got our license.
Yeah, I love that.
It's like, Tony, I've got the car. I'll come pick you up. Where you going? I don't know.
I don't know.
I got to love to see it here.
Yes.
Bit of context for why I love to see it. Social media is being banned in Australia for people under 16 years of age.
Yes.
So it got passed through the House of Reps and I think it goes to the Senate or whatever the legal process is.
Yep.
But all social
It's
media...
to protect.
Kids, yeah, or
from-
online bullying and even just self-esteem. Like, yeah, social media would just be fucking hard.
As a young kid, yeah.
I think the negatives outweigh the cons, but I am a bit Natalie and
Hang
Broyer
on.
about it.
Negatives outweigh the
Negatives outweigh the positives.
Yep.
But I am a bit like, oh, you know when you see kids getting creative with like doing little transitions and filming stuff and dancing and you
Yeah.
kind of go, that is a shame because there is some good creativity, inspiration to be had and to, yeah, I don't know.
I also think it's the access to like communities. Like
Yeah.
you might live somewhere where there aren't people that understand you. They
Yep.
don't understand like what you're going through. And I think that there's the dark side to literally every possible situation.
Yeah.
But I think that, yeah, for kids that are maybe growing up queer and don't have people in their lives or
Yeah.
are growing up in the church that don't have access to people that are being
Yeah.
supportive of them, like that does really bother me about it.
I have an example, but after that example you just gave, mine seems so lame and insignificant.
What?
So, because yours, that's like a really good point.
Well, no.
So
Oh, no.
it's not bad. It's just like, well,
Yeah.
compared to that, like, shut the fuck up, Ryan. But
Fair.
when volleyball is like not a big sport in Australia.
Yeah.
And so like, you don't like speak to other people that play. Like it's pretty rare. But to like go on YouTube and watch games and see stuff and see like,
So
you
can
kinda,
I not watch YouTube?
I think YouTube might be a part of it.
Not being able to watch YouTube is crazy.
But I even follow TikTok accounts that are just like, there's this
Yeah.
college volleyballer and he just reacts to other people's clips going, oh, that was sick and how funny is this and this was huge.
I
And
think even though it's a different situation,
Yeah.
it's the same thing of like finding your
Your people,
community.
yeah.
And how will you find things that aren't like in the mainstream if you don't have access to it?
Yeah.
So then by the time you're 16, it's not ever too late, but like by the time you're 16, you go, oh, well,
Have I not been?
I hate sport because I just got forced to play AFL.
Yeah.
But then you go, oh, there's all these sports that I actually love that I didn't know about. And now I'm
Yeah.
so far behind the other kids
So,
and
yeah,
stuff like that.
I get it, but I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so basically the government has said, hey, Meta, Instagram, Facebook, hey, YouTube, hey, LinkedIn, hey, everyone, this is going to... No, and that's why you love to see... No.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I know. And so they basically said, hey, look, this is going to be the law in time. So we're sending you this note to say, how are you going to implement it? Because you'll have to by law.
Yeah.
And LinkedIn's response is you love to see it, ladies and gentlemen.
Because you are a LinkedIn influencer.
I'm a LinkedIn influencer. LinkedIn said, we're too boring for people under 16, so we're not going to do anything.
I actually do love to see that. That is amazing.
How are we going to stop young people coming? We already are. It's our personality.
I was about to say, what are they going to write? Like, fry cook at McDonald's? Like, do you know what I'm like stacked shelves at Coles.
Yeah.
Like,
we used to, in high school, one day a year, it was your job to be the roll mole. And the
what's a roll mole?
So one person had to walk around all the classes of each class and like collect the roll.
Oh my God.
And so they do
I like that it was called the roll
So
mole.
you in class, like Toni, Sophie, Ryan, yep. And then someone would come around and collect that for each class all throughout the day. And everyone was like, you had to do one day a year. And so that you were the role model for the day is what we called it.
That is really funny. So
Yeah.
you put that on your LinkedIn? Is what you're saying? Yeah, like,
Role model.
worked on
December
arts
7th.
and crafts stall for PNC.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand like what that would look like. Work experience at
Yeah.
local newspaper.
Oh, but even like, what are like some 16-year-olds like, I'm just really interested in the supply chain management strategies of going forward for the automotive
Kids
industry.
won't even know what that is now. Education being ripped away.
So anyway, my love to see it is LinkedIn just being self-aware.
I think that's really, really funny. My love to see it is this kid, Kai McKenzie, who he's 23. He's like a young surfer. And back in July, he unfortunately got attacked by like a 10-meter great white shark.
Holy shit.
And lost his leg. That was in July. So pretty recently. I've just sent you a video. He actually just shared this on his Instagram like 2 weeks ago. And he's fucking back on the board.
Surfing on one leg.
On one leg.
What a fucking legend.
We'll put the video into the video show if you're watching on YouTube, but we'll put the link in the Facebook thread.
Oh, and everyone gassing him up.
It's just amazing. But like, how incredible, like the determination, the skill required, like the actual strength, and to think like this kid only recently like had surgery and is going through like a major life change. And yeah, just like good vibes.
It is great vibes. And
Like just so sick to see. I just love it.
so when you standing up paddleboarded the other week, I had a try and I was very unsuccessful at it. And
I also wasn't that successful.
but you were a lot better than me and you got up there and did a good job. I'm seeing this guy that's recently had surgery and has one leg surfing. And
Like, he
I'm
literally-
and I couldn't stand on it with no waves on two legs.
No, but
Fuck, dude.
I guess it
How
as well.
incredible.
I mean, he was already a surfer, so he would have lots of years of understanding
Yeah.
how his body works and all of
Yeah,
that. So
It's fucking impressive though,
He
isn't
didn't
it?
just get up and do it, but he has gotten up and done it, and it's fucking awesome.
Good on you, Kai.
Just so sick. Yeah, he's in Port Macquarie, I think.
Wonder if
So
he's got a LinkedIn page.
probably not. No, probably not.
Probably
yeah.
not. Okay.
But I love to see that.
Yeah, I love to see it too. Hey, thanks for watching today. We are
And listening.
we are on the audio every day. So if you're watching on you,
Beep,
So-
beep, 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 beep. Plug in your wireless. Yes.
well, it's wireless. There's
Plug
nothing to
in
plug
your
in.
wireless. We had to plug in your radio, didn't you? To power or
So
whatever.
they did need a wire. Liars.
Liar wires.
If you're watching on YouTube, we do the audio version every weekday. So come and join us, Spotify, Apple, wherever you'd like. And if you're watching on YouTube, give us a subscribe. We would really appreciate it.
Love it.
And join us on LinkedIn
Absolutely. Love you.
if you're over 16.
Oh, Don't you fuck
Fucking
around.
don't fuck around. All right, see you Monday.
Yeah,